Alright, we are back again with F1 Manager 2022, Williams playthrough. This is part 5, and now we are going to continue to make Williams great. Now I actually just finished recording the first part, so I actually know what's going on. In 8 days, we'll have our underfloor, which is going to be a huge bonus for us. So that's going to be great. But anyway, the team hub's finished. That's good. We're not going to bother upgrading it again for a while. Okay, yeah, the underfloor will be complete for the Monaco Grand Prix. But it's fine. We'll emergency manufacture a couple of them, and it'll be all right. And then we'll set we'll set some side pods to be designed, because I'm gonna wait for this ATR period to be finished before we front wing's done then. Anyway, on to the Spanish Grand Prix.
Formula One has cranked up the heat over Barcelona. The first Grand Prix held here was won by...
Alright, so same as always, put him on hards, 8.5, and then 14, 7.3, 330, whoops, too far, 80. Alright, he's fine on the flicks. We forgot to switch Logan to the shitty engine, so we'll do that in a second here once I'm finished with him. Eight 5, 14, 7 3, 330, and 8. We'll just put him at 26 laps. And then switch Logan here over to the shitty stuff. 78, 58. 73. Okay. I just gotta make sure, because he did have that accident. 5%. Yeah, so that one's done. So we'll switch to this one. Alright, so here we go. Spanish Grand Prix P1.
Should be green now.
So as always, we'll wait for him to get to the safety car before deploying the other guy, so they have proper spacing. And then we'll 16 times it. I'm pretty hyped to get the underfloor, because you're going to notice a significant performance increase with the underfloor. Now we're still going to be struggling at the back, of course, but it won't be quite as bad. And then once we get that front wing, then it'll be even better. And then we'll put quite a bit into the new rear wing, as far as ATF and the testing. I think CFD, I believe, the testing, and then we'll make a really good rear wing.
What's your thoughts on coming in or
78.
doing any
That's
more?
not that great, but whatever. We'll deal with it. It's fine. 75.
What do you think?
We'll at least we'll let him run it out. Logan, we'll let Logan run it out because okay, there's no reason for him not to come in now. Yeah, we'll let Logan run it out because he's still got 2 practice sessions, and by the end of the second one, he'll have his car pretty much, or not his car, sorry, his track acclimation set, so we can worry about setting his car up. Alright, all goods except for braking, and fine setup. Alright, so down to 3.5, so up to 6.4, down to 3.10, down to 5.5. Now the reason that I allow this, we'll say cheat, is that in real life I would have actual engineers telling me what was wrong with the setup, you know? Whereas in the game, there's just a little mini game of the bars decreasing and increasing and whatever. I mean, you're welcome to think it's cheap if you want. It's up to you. Whatever. It's, you know. But I would recommend that you also use the F1 Manager Setup Calculator. It's a real handy app, and that works good.
Someone spun out.
Poor Sonoda. $10 he gets fired at the end of the season again, like he did in my last Williams playthrough. He locked up, but he didn't hurt the car, so I don't care.
Was that a lock-up on the track?
Them's the rules, man. Just don't hurt the car. I'm really curious, with the 2023 F1 Manager, they're adding sprint races. So I'm curious if it's going to be like, you're going to do your practice sessions, your qualifying sessions, then a sprint race, then the race, or, you know, if it's going to be like the practice sessions, sprint race, qualifying, then the race.
How does it feel?
That's even worse. Well, that's awful. Oh well, we'll trust the process. We'll leave him out. There's no point to call him in with such, you know, by the time they get it set up again, it'll be the end of the practice session. Alright, so you're going to mediums. You, sir, need your, Alright, you, and then good. 2 greats, and the rest good. Fine setup, down to 7.5, up to 4.5, down to 8.2, up to 3.40, up to 9.5. Yeah, so that's it's very unfortunate for Hogger because it means he's very likely going to have to come in at least one time, which is not great for us. Bad. I'm gonna no, get rid of the bad because I know that that's too high. Great, and then a good, and then a bad. It's also too high. And find setup. What do you mean unable to find setup? Don't lie to me. Okay, there we go. Line 5. Okay, I might be mistaking which way is bad, which way is too high rather, and which way is too low. But I don't know. It's always worked in that before. 320, 82. There we go. Give him lots of fuel. Alright, here we go.
Radio
Get
check.
Hogger out first.
Radio check.
You can go now. Alright, hopefully that'll fix their setups. But it is what it is, you know, sometimes you gotta roll with the bad setup. I don't know, honestly, in my experience, anything over 70 is adequate enough. So, worst case, we'll revert it to the highest and we'll go with that. Okay, yeah,
Let's take a
that
Now we see the Williams here.
that was not a happy fun time.
And that was a bit of
Well, he busted the car, so that's not good for us. Yes, I know. Just calm down.
who's that just crashed?
Yeah, that's us. We don't need to look. Is it just underfloor is minor damage and front wing is terminal damage?
Virtual safety car.
Yeah, he got a penalty, I know. I'm just gonna leave him out until, cause his time doesn't matter right now, so I'll leave him out until he gets his feedback. Yeah, it's not a great start to the weekend, but you know, it is what it is. These things happen. Now, of course, he's going to take extra time in the pit when we bring him in to change the setup if need be, because he's got to replace that wing in the underfloor. 88, come on, man. Can't you just get it right already? Fire my engineers. Okay, so... Okay, I guess they're changing them by default, I guess. I suppose they're changing them. Well, I'm going to assume they're changing them, and we're going to change his setup here. Optimal, great, good, and 2 greats. Fine setup. Unable to, okay, clear the feedbacks, because it does this sometimes where it won't be able to find it'll tell you no compatible setup, whatever, and so then just re-put whatever your things are, and then put the feedbacks in, and then it'll fix whatever damage it's going through. There we go. 8.5, 8.2, 3.10, and 50. Well, that looks closer to what we want. 5.6. So yeah, like, yeah. Oh, it tells me in the bottom right. I didn't notice that before. So 5 minutes to reconfigure. That'll still give him a half an hour, so he should be able to. 64? Come on, man. Alright, well, I guess we have no choice but to bring him in. That's annoying. They're just getting worse every single time. We started at 75 and went down every time. Alright, so I'm going to try to clear the stuff on him as well and see how it works. Okay, so we will bad again there, great there, good there, great there, bad there, fine setup. Alright, 7.5, 14.5, not 15, 14.5, 9.1, 3.5, and 90. That still looks way wrong, but you know, whatever, I guess. Alright, well, hopefully this'll fix them, because it's really going to affect their track acclimation. Now, of course, we get a time penalty for starting that accident, allegedly. He was the one behind us. He could have done something. But, you know, since we suck, it doesn't really matter, because we're going to get last regardless. Do you want to be done reconfiguring already? Thank you. Get out there. Yeah, I don't know, we'll just do the best we can, I guess, and it's unfortunate the app doesn't want to be very friendly to me today, I guess, but, you know, not perfect. Well, I mean, Logan should be at 100% by the time this is over, so that's good. And to be fair, it really doesn't matter on this track, because it's mainly high speed, which means we're going to lose no matter what, because our rear wing sucks.
What's your thoughts on coming in or
Okay, well,
doing any work?
92 is about as good as we're gonna get, I guess. 80% for him. Well, that's a lot better than 60 something. No point to bring him in, given that the session's almost over.
The checkered flag is now out.
Alright, so that's the end of P2, so we'll adjust their setups again. And hopefully this will be the last adjustment. Now luckily for Logan it doesn't matter because his track acclimation is basically done now, so optimal, great, good and optimal. Fine setup. Alright, so 9, 1, 3, and 4. We'll set them to 25 laps. There we go, and then we'll set him to mediums. And then we'll give him a shit ton of fuel. And then we'll change the setup one more time, and hopefully it fixes it. Great, good, and optimal. Good and optimal. 295, and then 40. Alright, there. So we'll go to P3 now.
Brilliant.
We'll send him out first, as he needs more track acclimation. And then you can go. Now we can change the setup in Q1, and it will tell you whether it's better or worse. Yeah, I know, it's fine.
We've just had a car run wide.
And it happens, man. Driving at the speeds they are, it's easy to make mistakes. Takes a fraction of a second.
Sounds like a spin.
It's good for us if Austin Martin spins or crashes or anything like that, since as of right now they're our competition.
How does it feel?
Oh, 95. Okay, well, we can be fine with 95. He's 97, so we'll give them both a minor adjustment for Q1, and hopefully that'll get their setups perfect. But worst case scenario, they're good enough that it doesn't matter. Oh, well, I guess he is in the garage anyway, so there's no reason for us not to give him a little tweaky tweak here. Alright, so everything optimal except cornering. Optimal, optimal, great, optimal, optimal. Fine setup. Okay, so down to 295, down to 30. He very likely won't have enough time to let us know how the setup is.
Someone's run wide.
But it'll be fine. I don't know. I trust the app enough to trust that it'll make it 100%. So. Maybe his track acclimation will be 100 still. It's hard to say. We're getting really close to the end of the session. Maybe. 97. Come on, you can do it. 98. 99. And he's 100. Perfect. Alright, well. As long as the app fixes his setup, then we'll be fine.
That sounds like someone's gone wide there.
Good session.
Well, 3 out of 5. That's better than nothing, I guess. Like I said, it's probably fine. Once you get it to a certain percentage, the app is pretty good at narrowing it down. Grid penalty plus 3, that's fine. I don't really give a shit. Alright, let's fix his... oh yeah, for him it's just going to be a small tweak to toe in, toe out, so it'll definitely fix it. Optimal, great, and then everything else is optimal. Okay, it says go up by 0.5, so we'll do that. And then we're going to leave him the way he is. And then we'll go to Q1.
Radio check.
I might as well send him out right away because it's not going to matter if he gets the optimal time. It looks like that's the best time to send them out anyway. Send him out as well. Yeah, because he's got the three penalties, so it really doesn't matter what happens here. Oh, yeah, nope. I guess it helps if I actually put the right engines on. This is why we save before qualifying. Because I have a knack for constantly forgetting to swap out their engines and whatnot. There really ought to be a setting to do it automatically. Because in real life, there would be some secretary that'd be like, "Are you stupid?" And my response would be 100% yes.
Radio check. Radio check.
Alright, let's try that again, now that we actually have engines. I mean, to be fair, it really doesn't matter because we still suck. So, you know. I guess if I was being smart, I would just keep the really shitty ones on and save the good ones for when we perform better later. So really, if you think about it, I'm just hindering myself by using the good ones. But hey, we're not going to worry about it. Because either way, I promise you, we will do well towards the end of the season. And considering that the bar could not be lower, then, you know, we don't have to worry about it. I could faff up the entire season and it wouldn't matter. It's alright though, we'll do well. Once we get some decent parts on the cars. And trust me, using the intense research method, it's a snowball effect. Like, it's gonna make it take longer, but once it really starts to kick in, you're really gonna notice it. In my opinion, there's no reason to not always be using intense. Unless money is a problem, of course. Or if you're, you know, if you're tactically developing parts for a next race, right? Like if intense is going to make it 20 days and the race is in 10 days, but regular will make it 8 days, then obviously, you know, you would gain more benefit from going with regular. Well, I guess short term. Because long term, the intense is always going to be better. As they gain more expertise. Now he's not, he's going to be 20th still because he's got the penalty.
Welcome to race day. And before we get down to it, last minute checks are being made.
Williams had a good performance in qualifying. Now they'll be eager to demonstrate that they can have.
Yeah, so he's 100%. He's 94. That's unfortunate. It didn't. And we can't change it, but that it doesn't matter because 94 is the highest confidence setup, which means that he's. It did improve it slightly. I guess for you we will go medium, medium, soft. And we'll go soft, medium, soft. Doesn't really matter too much if I'm being honest. Drop a save, and then we'll start the race. So same as always, we'll give them up to 10 laps to perform, and then we'll fast forward in the interest of not taking an hour to finish the race. Now, the more they trade positions, the more it's good because, you know, they get experience every time they trade a position.
And a new position just gained by Williams.
It's always interesting to me to see what drivers will be better in what seasons, because it's always different, right? So, or at least in my experience, it's always been different. So we'll see who they hire next season. Let me set them back down to neutral here. Now, with this track being mostly just a high-speed track, once DRS is active, we're going to be left in the dust. I believe it should be this lap it'll go active. It's alright, performance will increase next race because we'll have that new underfloor, and that'll give us a significant boost given how much we put into it. In my first playthrough, I actually made a huge mistake because I assumed that any research without CFD hours would be useless. So if I didn't have any hours left, I simply wouldn't research anything. And that was a mistake on my part. The craziest part is even with that huge mistake on my part, we were still getting podium in the races in the second season. Halfway through the second season, we were constantly getting podium. So it's my guess that now, knowing what I know now, and rectifying these problems, then we'll be able to get podium at the start of next season. But, you know, we'll see how much difference it'll make. I don't know. Could make a huge difference. Could make a small difference. Could make no difference at all. Well, they seem to be holding on with DRS. So I'm just gonna start fast forwarding as doesn't seem like they're gonna pass each other. So we'll just let them do whatever here.
Sounds like we've had a spin.
Norris spun. That's unfortunate for him. It's not really a track you can afford to make mistakes on, to be honest.
Here's an overtake from Williams. Aston Martin with a great play there. They've moved up a place. Seems to have been a lockup.
Lots of mistakes happening.
McLaren with a great overtake.
Oh, he must have messed up again because we got by him.
That's a lockup.
Yeah, he locked up. For shits and giggles, let's deploy for a minute just to try to hold on to it for a bit. He's very close to his pit window.
Sounds like someone's locked up.
And he locked up. Well, good job. Good job. I mean, it is what it is. Oh, hey, we get all those passes. Now, again, it does count passes. Even if they're in the pit, it still counts it as you pass them. So you still get the XP for it.
Pass with an overtake there.
Can you stop locking up, please? Okay, now Sergeant might get to pass most of these people here. That'll be good, so that's like 50 XP if he passes them all. That's gonna put him on, you know what, we can put him on full attack, because he is pitting this lap. Yeah, so he passed 5 people, so that's 50 XP right there, just because they stopped in the pit. So that's good for us. I just want to set him back to regular. Oh, no, he's in the pit. Fast forwarded a little too far. I wanted to set him back to regular pace before he got in the pit. Alright, we'll set him back to regular pace now. Now, with any luck, him and Hogger will pass each other if Hogger hurries the fuck up and catches up to him.
I think there's been a lockup.
Oh, that's another 10 experience for both of them. Easy XP, that's good. And he just spun. Hopefully he didn't hurt the car. I don't see a red pip, so it doesn't appear like he hurt the car.
We've just had a spin. Let's have a look. Now we see the Williams here. And this.
Oh yeah, no, he's fine. He didn't hurt the car. Good. Good, good, good. That's all I ask. Just don't hurt the car.
Oh, there's a spin.
You don't run wide. We don't appreciate that.
They've gone wide.
Now everybody should pit again, which should potentially give us another chance at some free XP. Which would be nice for us. Just trying to stay close enough to everybody that when they pit we can get that XP. Because obviously if we're more than 15 seconds behind them, it's not going to be enough time. We've entered our next pit window. I will just set them both to push with fuel right now because we do have an excess of fuel at the moment. So he's going to softs. Pause for a quick sec. We'll put him back to balance because he does burn more gas than Hogger. Okay, his pit stop lap again.
Take in front. Good.
Ah, he didn't get to pass them. That's unfortunate. He lost out on the XP, but it is what it is. And he pitted in perfect timing to be right behind what's his face here, so oh, never mind, he's way behind him now. That's the difference between their cars and our car. To be fair, they're drivers too. Their drivers are obviously significantly better than ours.
Seems to have been a lockup.
Yeah, I mean, you couldn't hold on to that position. Wouldn't make sense. Not at all.
Sounds like someone's locked up.
It is what it is. I'm not mad about it, because we'll make it up. Sure, might as well keep the 1 times for the last lap, I suppose. Now what we'll do 2, just so it's a little bit faster.
Oh, we've had a spin.
Oh, Hamilton spun. That's not swell for him. Jeez, look at the difference though. Like, that's what I was saying. Like between the difference between second and third place is 34.4 seconds. Like that's insanity.
Yes, lift and coast.
Yeah, copy.
Difference between us and P16 is 39, almost 40 seconds. But hey, if we can end the race like this, we'll have 19th and 17th, so we'll try to get it. Alright, so that's 17th secure. Holy shit, Hogger, you're rough on tires.
So that is checkered flag.
And that's 19th. Alright, so we get 17th, 19th, so that's pretty good for this race.
A wonderful result here for the Williams driver.
And it should be some decent XP for us. Except for him. I don't know why you got such bad XP, but whatever. It is what it is. It happens. Great race. Wanted to congratulate you on meeting our expectations. Okay, well they're happy. So oh yeah, and they're happy. Perfect. You always get a check because the mail will lie to you. You can't trust it. To race week. Okay, so on the race day for the practice session, the underfloors will be ready. So we will fast forward to that. Alright, and then we go go to our email. Alright, so we are going to emergency manufacture 2, 1.5 million. It's kind of steep, but you know, it is what it is. But the difference it's gonna help. Whoops, that's the wrong thing. Thank you. New project, design. Alright, so now it does tell you, if you're ever curious, like if you lose track of which one you created last, it will always tell you. See how it says side pods W22SP1, that's underfloor, and W22UF2, that means it's iteration 2, that's iteration 1, that's iteration 3. So it always helps you keep track of what you have. Okay, so we're going to do the side pods, because we only have half of our hours remaining. So we're going to do the side pods, and then when our testing time resets, we'll put it all into a rear wing. We'll do that in tenths. Here we go. I am quite aware the performance targets we don't care about right now because we can't meet any of them, so it really doesn't matter. No skill points. Oh, you have a skill point. We will grab him high speed downforce. And none of them have a skill point. The tour center is 10 days. Design center is 52 days. Alright, so we will save it here, and we'll end this part here. Next time we'll do the Circuit de Monaco, and if it's anything like last time, it'll be raining the whole time and be miserable for everybody. But you know, it is what it is. We'll deal with that when it gets here. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.